If you're a heating air conditioning technician or even a salesperson, what are five warning signs for clients that you need to know about that you probably may not want to do business with somebody? This is an important question. I'm Scott Silverman, coming to life for HVAC technician sales secrets on a perfect day to talk about sales and a perfect day to talk about you. So I've got 5 good warning signs here for you for things that I have figured out over time. And let's start with number 1. Just the person who is rude, condescending, and just an absolute jerk and treats you poorly. Now, there is a difference between somebody who's having a bad day and upset and somebody who's just an arrogant piece of garbage, right? I have worked with every type of person that you can imagine, from super nice to super weird. And for me, I turn into the Incredible Hulk. You think that this wall is green? I turn into the Incredible Hulk while people talk down to me and treat me poorly. And then there's a time where I'm like, hey, look, I'm here to help you. You can treat me a little bit better, or I can leave. Whatever way that you're going to say it, practice it, okay? I have a little bit different personality than you. You've got a little bit different personality than me. Not trying to get you in trouble, but you do have to stand up for yourself. There is a point where somebody is abrasive, where they're rude. This is different than being upset because they're uncomfortable. You'll find out. You'll figure that out. Number 2, vague about damage. So when I was a technician and I did maintenances, when I did any type of repair, I never touched the thermostat. I'd go to the wall and be like, okay, show me how you operate the thermostat. And the person would go, no, you do it. It was always a sign that something was wrong. Nope, you got to show me how you turn on the thermostat. You got to show me how you operate it. Well, this is what I do. I press the buttons, and like they would tell me, I press the buttons. I'm like, no, show me, turn it on. And I could think of a couple of times where compressors were blown, fan motors were bad, there was issues with the equipment, but they wanted me to touch it and they wanted to blame me. So like, no, you do it. And I'm like, nope. And it like, sometimes it get awkward. Like I gotta let you know, if I'm coming out to your house to do some repairs, doing maintenance, you gotta touch the thermostat. You gotta be the one that does it. You gotta be the one that do it. And so like we would go on this back and forth thing and they would say like, all right, well let me do it. And then sure enough, the equipment won't work. They couldn't blame it on me and like, hey, technician, it's your fault, right? This is why you should join HVACTechSecrets.com. I'll give you the goods, not in the Facebook group, not in the YouTube channel. Number 3, there's gonna be a point where you talk to a homeowner, to a property manager, to a property person, and this weird conversation is gonna happen. And it probably happened to me once a year. I'd go to a home and I'd start talking to the homeowner and they'd say, yeah, I just had my fence done. Oh, cool. And I sued the contractor. Ooh, okay. Kind of weird, but all right. Yeah, I just had solar done and I sued the solar contractor. I'm like, okay, we got 2. And then we're talking a little bit more, like I just had concrete done. And I'm like, let me fill in the blank. You sued the concrete guy? They're like, yeah, how'd you know? I'm like, time out. Time out. We got to have a conversation. If I do any work in your home, are you going to sue me? If you have the inkling that somebody has this conversation with you, you got to know that you're going to be on the chopping block next. It's just going to happen. They are going to sue you. If they warned you about the fence guy, the solar guy, the concrete guy or girl, you're next. I promise. Number 4. Hey, can you show me how to fix this stuff? Like, hey, I went to tech school. It took me a long time to figure this out. I'm not going to show you how to do a maintenance on your system. That's not my role. That's not my responsibility, right? Because look, I only have a certain amount of time. If you want me to teach you how to do this, that's not what I do. I don't like, the company's got a special for me to come and clean. I can't have you sit over my shoulder and take notes and say like, how do I do this? How do I test this? Show me how to use my meter. No, I don't do that. And the reason for that is if I teach them how to do it and they chop off all their fingers, right? They got like that finger left or that finger left. They're going to say, hey, technician showed me how to do this and they didn't warn me that I got to pull the disconnect out. You're not an instructor. That's not your role. That's not your responsibility. So you got to have the word track and say, hey, look, it's my role and responsibility to clean your equipment or to work on your equipment. But if I show you how to do this, it becomes a liability. If you really want to, and you really want to learn, you can probably find it on YouTube. But I'm here today and I have a set schedule. You look at your watch, you're pointing at your watch, and you're like, I still have other calls that I got to do today. This is going to push me back. And then you're going to get a guilt trip. Well, I'm just trying to learn. I'm just trying to learn. Like, yeah, not on my dime. I got stuff I got to do. And it sounds like I'm being rude about that, but I'm not. That person will be a time parasite, and you're going to be there for 3 or 4 hours, and you're not going to accomplish anything. Now that I'm done with that, number 5, the I got money guy. Typically a man. I've got money. Like, it'll be the weirdest freaking conversation next to I sued every other contractor on the planet. The I got money guy is a cheapskate. Like, there is no other way to say this. I got money guy is not spending any money. Like, he'll probably have a nice house. He'll probably have a nice car in the driveway. Maybe a kind of nice car, crappy car. But I got money guy is yeah. Like, you just got to know, nothing going on. Bonus number 6. My time is more important than yours. So I can think of times where the homeowner would call the dispatch and they would tell the dispatch, if your guy is 1 minute late, don't bother to show up. So I'd get there 5-10 minutes early and I'd be there at 2 o'clock, 2:30. And guess what? If you're 1 minute late guy doesn't roll in until like 10 or 15 minutes late, right? I'm like, you're going to tell me to show up to your property, to your home to be on time, and then you're going to show up late? Be aware that these are some of the most difficult people to work with, some of the most dangerous people to work with, and you might want to consider how you deal with them. And the things that you're going to say and the things that you're going to do. My personality, a little bit different than yours, but go through the list. You know, look at the rude person, and what are you going to say? Hey, look, I'm here to help you, but there's a point where this goes from being a conversation to being abusive. Right? You could say that. That's okay. Modify it to fit your needs. Number 2, vague about damaged dude or damaged chick. Like, go ahead, turn the thermostat on. Tell me what's going on. Oh, nothing. Everything was working perfect up until yesterday. Of course it was. When was the last time you had a maintenance done? Never. Okay. Can you do me a favor and show me how you operate the thermostat? Yeah, I press the button. So can you turn it on for me? No. All right. You got to know that something's going to go on and they're going to blame you. Oh, you touched the thermostat. You caused the system to fail. Come on. It's not my first rodeo. Number 3, lawsuit dude or chick that, like, everything that everybody's been in their house is going to have a lawsuit. Number 4, show me how dude. Show me how chick. Number 5, I got money. You got money. Like, I can't think of how many times that the I got money person would have the conversation with me and then they would want to finance and I couldn't get them financed. Like, what happened to all your money? And then number 6 is the abusive time person. If you're not going to be here exactly on time or 1 minute early, don't bother to show up. And then they're late. Right? You got one of 2 things to do from here. Find the subscribe or the follow button. Click on it. Every time I submit a video, you'll get an update. This is HVAC Technicians Sales Secrets on another fantastic video. You should check it out, which you should. We'll see you soon.